Okay, let's try this a third time. This is take 3 of the Sunday Night Live Stumbles. It is, I gotta check my watch again, Sunday, November 21st. The time is 8:16 p.m. It's pretty cold outside. Don't know the temperature exactly. I don't know what happened there, but for some reason, just rebooting seems to fix that issue. I've had it before in a live stream where I started and we got the spinning circle, and then I tried to restart the stream and I got the spinning circle. And I was lazy. I just I hit reuse settings, but this time I turned the latency down from ultra low latency to normal latency. So that means games are unfortunately not going to work on this stream just because there's going to be like a enormous lag between what I do. I was hoping to play some games at the end of the stream, but oh well, it wasn't meant to be. Maybe we'll do a gaming stream later in the week or something to that effect. Let me check out the chat here. I've got my camera kind of in the way, so I can't fully see it. Yoink! Hello, Dave, Sanjay, Yogi, Lisa D, Alex Gets Around TO, Rolling with Ian, Ian F, The Real Man, Luke, Lace, Just New York, Harjot, Mike Young, Vivian Johnson is here. And is Marie Palmer here? Is the birthday girl in the house? I think I saw her pop up on the previous stream. Unfortunately, we lost all that chat. Marie Palmer, start singing, Johnny. All right. I see Jeanette Morales is here. Happy birthday lyrics. Traditional happy birthday lyrics. Happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Marie Palmer. Happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. Did I do that right?
Start singing, Johnny. Musical notes.
And the... I've never heard that. Happy birthday, Marie. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Marie. Happy birthday. Happy B-Day, Marie. Happy B-Day. Happy B-Day, Marie. Oh, yeah, Felice Okay. There we go. Sorry, I can't sing. But we found some alternate birthday songs. Anyways, Marie, thank you very much for dropping by and spending your birthday with us. That's pretty awesome of you to do that. And I did notice you were in the premiere this morning as well. Ooh, this is my fake account. I did say this morning, actually I said on Friday night I was going to stream on the main channel yesterday or today. And I didn't. The weather was crappy today, and I had a monster meal last night, and that involved a lot of drinking. And then I came home and I watched the new James Bond movie, and that was almost 3 hours long. And I found myself going to bed at like 2:30, and the weather was crappy, so I just didn't have it in me. I didn't even film a video today, so I've only got one video in my back pocket. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow or Tuesday I will do a live stream in the morning just to kind of make up for it. I don't know. One thing, I am trying to prioritize the regular videos and upping their quality a bit. And today I spent a lot of time doing graphics packages. I redid my outro and I hated it, so I kind of just made a few small changes to it. I made like a little pop-up, like one of those subscribe click things, and I also hated it. So everything I did today was shit. But hopefully your day was not, Marie, and everyone else. And we're going to have a much-needed beer. This is a Hop City Barking Squirrel Amber Lager. And it's 5%. Lisa D says it rained late. Come on, it was kind of raining. I don't know. Then I had this idea that I was going to do like an evening walk, go record that, come home, do this live stream. And yeah, I finally got lazy, and I wouldn't quite call this a day off either since I was working on stuff all day, but you get the idea. What is this? Oh, I'm getting multiple notifications for my live streams all rolling in. Isn't that clever? Lisa D says barking squirrel is good for this time of year. So the agenda tonight was to hang out for an hour and a half or so and then play some Jackbox games. But we're not going to be able to do that because I couldn't get the connection working with low latency. Is that a soft drink I hear? No, that is not a soft drink. The real man says barking squirrel. Squirrel is... Oh, he just said that. Hop City barking squirrel, you're jealous. Yeah, Ro is here. Ro, sorry, man. I tried to do the ultra low latency stream. It didn't work. So, yeah. Omer, you got timed out by our mods. Sorry, buddy. No promoting your stuff. That's just kind of lame if you have your own stream. I mean, we will go over YouTube channels maybe on the stream. That is a time where we can review it. But if you're just going to put in the chat, hey, come watch my channel, no, you will get removed for that. That is lame. Sorry. And yeah, we're all caught up. It was Marie's birthday. Still is, till midnight, I assume. I effed up my stream. I didn't make any videos today. I do have a pretty good video on standby. And bro says no worries, doing stuff in the background. So here's a poll question. That I can't read because it's way off on the other screen. And you're going to be surprised, there's no smart-ass remarks on this poll question. Kohana, going to bed. Have a good night, Kohana. What time is it? It's 8:22 and you're going to bed? That is crazy early. So I just want some feedback on the collaboration I did with Reese. I am reaching out to a few more people and trying to get them involved. There's a Twitch streamer in Toronto who doesn't do walktubing videos. I reached out to her and a few others. So hopefully we can make something happen. Susan says no peanut tree. You know what, Susan? Look what is back. I couldn't help myself. I was in the supermarket and I saw it for sale. So I had to buy it. And if you can't recall, last year I was getting pretty high and eating this stuff. So Elf on the Shelf is back. Michael says collab with Ginny TTY. I think she's going to be in New York. I was reading on her Discord. I do have a few announcements. I was going to make them to patron members, but I think I've already sent out a... update here. Lisa D says Elf on the Shelf is some new age garbage. I first saw it 2 years ago, and then I bought it again last year, and I bought it this year too. So yeah, it is some new stuff, but Chris Mill says high is the only way I would eat that stuff. I actually think it's pretty good. It's basically sugar, but it's actually pretty good. And no, I am not preoccupied with my fantasy football team, which is only winning by 5 points in a game that will be... I'm up by 5 points. My opponent has 2 running backs. I have a kicker and a tight end. Pretty sure I'm not going to win tonight. Just New York says Elf on the Shelf. Never heard of it. Yeah, it's a weird Canadian thing. Ooh, that could be bad news for me. Now the festive season is coming. Go to Unionville. You know, I have some walks on my whiteboard next to me. Yes, I have a whiteboard. And I have Lansdowne from Queen to DuPont on there. I have Dovercourt on there. I have Vaughan Road. I have the Bridle Path, the Christmas Market. I have 2 streams plotted, 1 scooter stream, 1 walking stream. And for some reason, I wrote trauma dumping on there. Why would I write trauma dumping? What the hell kind of note is that? Oh, that's because some psychiatrists were complaining that they had new patients coming in and were just instantly going to town on all their problems. And the psychiatrists were like really annoyed that this was happening. But like, that's your job. People are excited to sit down and open up to you and tell you their problems. You signed up for that. Why are you complaining? They're saying they're being traumatized by people unloading on them right away. I don't know. Colette is here. Hello, Colette. Michael says Lansdowne, Dovercourt. What the hell? They're more like, I like to do a walk or two like that every week. Try to stay off all the usual places. Rusholme Road would be a great walk with large homes on it, says Tony. You know what? Let's write that down, and I will look into that with my dollar store. I know what you're talking about, but it's a matter of planning a whole route from end to end. How about Dixon? That would be interesting. Some more ideas being written down. I have the whole day tomorrow, but I gotta take the e-bike into the shop. So hopefully I can get a video or 2 made tomorrow and get the e-bike taken care of. And that I'm also thinking of just doing a regular bike video. So maybe I could incorporate some of those ideas, hop on the single speed and go for a ride. We'll see. We will see. Tara, that is absolutely terrible. I'm almost glad I didn't read about that news. Rowan McThean says record the shop fixing. That's not really, maybe a Stumbles thing. Although, on tomorrow's video, or what could be Tuesday's video, I did see something kind of interesting. Let me find it here. This could have been... Hey folks, it is... No, don't... Where is it? I'm fishing for something that could be a video idea. Look at this. Look at that. Have you ever seen a men's haircut for $8? Just to put that in perspective, in USD, that's like a little over $6. I actually decided to try to go get one on this walk. I went up to the store. There was one employee in there, and she was busy. It looks like she was doing like nails or something. But I usually, like, I'm paying $35 plus a tip, so I'm out like $45 at my usual place. So since I obviously need a haircut, I think an $8 haircut might be a good Stumbles video. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that you can look forward to that in a coming up place. Lisa says you don't have usual place. Pre-pandemic I did, and then I went there once post-pandemic, and then I had the underground haircut before that. Fans Buses Gaming can't believe 2021 is almost over. Well, thank goodness it's almost over. What a... Other than Marie Palmer's birthday today, it's been a pretty terrible year all around. Brett's grandpa gets a $7 haircut in the West End. All right, since we're just dilly-dallying, I felt like if you were around on Friday night, I did a, yeah, Lisa, sorry, swear words sometimes get blocked, but mods, just go ahead. Anytime you see something like that, just go ahead and release it. And someone did, thank you. I did a live stream on Friday night, and I felt like I had a bit more energy and like it was kind of fun, but Oh, wow, and it went for a surprising amount of time. Chris Mills pays $11 plus tax. No styling involved. Number 1 on the shaver. Remember those filters from Halloween? Can you put a... Oh, that means I have to load up the app that does the filters. I don't really feel like getting into all that because I have to... I think I installed it. So then you have to reinstall the webcam driver. It's going to be annoying, but maybe. Susan says Fridays stream was impromptu. Any chance of a Distillery District stream? You know, I just streamed through the Distillery District a week ago. And I have Christmas Market on my list. So Christmas Market will be coming up soon as a regular video. And Shrek and his friends are here. Lisa missed Friday because she's old. You're old, I'm old. Chris says not much left to work with. Also, huge TTC fan. Should be another one to meet. Huge TTC fan. This person? Is this what you're talking about? Yeah, he says you were in my area during my school time, right? Do you go to school on Saturdays? And Friday was a PA day. Maruf's husband gets a haircut in a Scarborough Chinese barbershop. Payment is in cash for $12. Yeah, you'll see those places in East Chinatown and regular Chinatown. Yeah, Colette, Distillery District was packed and you had to have tickets in advance. So I'm going to hold out. Distillery Xmas Market. Toronto Christmas Market. Let's plan our trip to the distillery. I don't normally do things like this, like little events and stuff. The Toronto Christmas Market will not operate in 2021. The Distillery District will be holding a separate winter event called the Winter Village. Oh, okay. Are they trying to replace the Christmas market with this? They did their tree lighting ceremony. Please select a date from the calendar. Tickets are final sale. Okay. Oh, it's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is not all the days of the week. Look at that. I did not know. So what if I want to go from 4 to 6? How much is that going to cost me? $8. Can I just buy like 1,000,000 tickets so I'm the only one there? See, I didn't know this. I thought it was just the regular Christmas market. Like these type of things I don't really do on my own or on the channel, if you've noticed. So I don't know. $194. Why can I only buy 19? So maybe I'll go, but Susan says, why pay $8 if you can't even cancel? True, but the flip side is it's only $8, so who cares? It's not exactly, you know. If it were more than that, if it were like 15 or 20, yeah, that would be a very big problem. But the Distillery Winter Village. So it almost looks to me like they're trying to muscle out the Christmas market. I'm really curious what happens next year with this. Will it be the Winter Village or will it be the Christmas market? And why did they cancel the Christmas market? Like, I don't know. Let's end this poll. Fat Tony says, what kind of market is it if you must pay to enter? Yeah, but I honestly, other than the kind of nice atmosphere, never really saw the appeal of the Christmas market. I'm not the type of person who really enjoys these things anyways. So let me cross off Christmas market and write Winter Village on there. I think most people are probably just going to call it Christmas market because to me, when I was walking through the Distillery District, it looked the same. Yeah, he says you didn't select one person. No, the idea is just to buy all the tickets. So I'm the only one there and I have it all to myself. That's the idea. That is the idea. Ian says he thinks it had to do with vendors not being vaccinated. Maybe. That could be it. But also it's like an outdoor event. The vendors are working outdoors. Is that even a problem? I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. I just think it's silly that... And the thing with the Christmas market is it was free, right? It wasn't open. It was free Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Whereas this one is only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just New York says, how often does Toronto have a white Christmas? I think I actually looked this up before, and it's about like 10% of the time. How often does Toronto have a white Christmas? This is what we're doing on Sunday night. Based on historical data from 55 to 2017, the city of Toronto has a 46%. Oh, I was way off. While the GTA has a 52% chance. Between 55 and 2007, Toronto had 9 perfect Christmases, and the GTA had 13. There you go. I guess that term is dependent on how much snow has blanketed it. I don't know. And Ian, I did see your message. I have to get back to you. I have so many unread emails. I'm drowning, and I spent my day doing something else. Hey, Pittsburgh has 3. Sweet, I got their kicker. Go, Chris Boswell. Take me to the promised land. Whereas Perry says, check out Ottawa during Christmas. No, we're not going anywhere. You heard Alex met me. Yep, I was streaming in Scarborough. I need to get out to Scarborough and do another stream at some point. So let's see what's rocking in the city of Toronto news-wise. Since we're all partied out. I'm a little bit out of energy and out of gas because it was Marie Palmer's birthday. We were celebrating pretty hard all through the day, making YouTube graphics, most of which I'm not even using. What did I... So I made a whole new outro, which is so bad I will not share it. But, you know how I play this at the end of my videos? So I ended up just adding, I took away the arrow. I added this, support me on Patreon, and I added this. So that's all I have to show for today. The original one was this. It just had my Insta and this annoying arrow. So the new one, again, almost the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 hours of work. Emma says the music is corny. It's outro music. You have very limited options when you're using public domain music. Mark likes the new outro, not intro, and the music is not corny. I think it's... For an outro, I think it's the same. Lisa says, dude, keep the font the same for all sections. No, Patreon, that Patreon logo is the Patreon font. And the font is the same, actually, for the Instagram. It's a Segu... It's the same font. It's just a different size, but I don't know. I'm not a... One has 2 lines, one has 1 line. It looks fine to me. I'm not going to go play with it anymore. Luke says, sounds like Depeche Mode. So what's going on in Toronto? The Loblaws Union negotiates a 16% pay increase for warehouse workers. Well, good for the warehouse workers. I used to work for the Loblaws Union. I think I've talked about that before, but those were fun times. You go in, and people that have worked there way longer than you and were making 20-something an hour while you were making a third of that ordered you around and did almost nothing while you got all the garbage jobs. They also got way better hours than you. Yeah, it was really fun being a part of the Loblaws union. I could sure go back to that, but that was my experience as a high schooler working for Loblaws, or I guess I was in university actually. But I mean, good for these workers. I mean, who can afford to even live today in what we're going through? So good for them, even if I'm salty about my experience. Oh, Bevy says, hey, Sean likes the outro. Ian wants to know where I got my countdown hyperstream video for the Sunday. That's part of a package I subscribe to. So I get access to the... You can find those online. You have to pay for them, but you'll there's just libraries of, like, usually when you watch YouTubers and they have like cutscenes in their videos, that's because they subscribe to a service and they can search for like kids graduating from college, and then they'll have like 100 videos to choose from, and they'll choose the one that fits their video and they'll put that in. Let's say they're talking about a mountain range, they'll type in mountain range, and then there'll be some drone video flying. Like, people aren't going out and making their own B-roll, they're just buying it from these services that have massive databases of that sort of thing. That's all that is. And the countdown I actually did myself. I learned how to do something, and I did that. So when will you ever start your anniversary? I don't know what you mean by that. Ian wants to record some of those and sell them to a stock video service. That is super competitive. When you see people walking around the city and they're holding giant SLR or mirrorless cameras and their tripods, and they have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment, a lot of those people are making that kind of stuff and selling it to those services. And they're not making anything really, because there's so many hobbyists and photographers that do that. So it's not lucrative at all. It's super competitive, and your stuff has to be unbelievably professional. So good luck if you want to get into that. Lisa says it's a lot of work and it doesn't pay. Yes, speaking to my point. I know some people that do that sort of thing. It's really more or less you want to share your art with the world and make a few pennies on the side doing it, but nobody makes a living off of recording B-roll. Or if they do, it would be like a fraction of a percent of the people who do it. And it's amazing how in like what we used to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to do to get a helicopter shot, some guy with a drone can now do, pretty much. Okay, so Loblaws negotiates 16% for its warehouse workers. Sweet. Sherwood Park coyotes. Dog owners beware. I have a friend who just bought a house in Sherwood Park. Was at the Sherwood Park off-leash this afternoon and saw 2 coyotes inside the fenced area. They look straggly and certainly on the hunt. That is very scary stuff. Apparently coyotes have sort of made a bit of a renaissance back in the city. Crescent Art, I hope yours does too. Where's Perry says, anyone take a third shot? No, I'm going to do a hard pass on that until it's necessary. I'm not anti it. I openly got the first one the first day I could get it, but I think I've done my part. I think the third shot should go to the people that are vulnerable. What the hell do I know? I'm not an expert, but yeah, I'll take it once it's necessary for everyone, and hopefully we don't get to that point. Hey, a Canadian shines as Saturday Night Live guest host with his universal appeal and likability. I did not see this. I missed this. Did anyone see this? I have not been watching SNL lately, but Mr. Liu here was on Kim's Convenience, playing a member of that Korean family. He's hilarious, actually. Man arrested in arson investigation. The king... Guys, this is really, really effed up. The pedestrian bridge in Liberty Village, which I've recorded before, is apparently really unsafe at night. It's been vandalized. There's been fires there. The security cameras are constantly spray painted over, so they're obscured. So, I mean, this is really good news. You just gotta hope that this is the only clown that has been causing those problems. A lot of people in Liberty Village have been commenting that they won't even take the bridge after dark, which is kind of the whole point of the bridge, right? He had a super funny skit with Bowen Yang. Oh, neat. We got a visitor today in Midtown. Ooh. Is that inside the apartment? We think it's an American kestrel sparrowhawk. And the elevators are still not working on... That's... Like, they spent so long making that bridge, and it's not even, like, a great design, and they don't even have the elevators working? That's disappointing. That's disappointing. I mean, accessibility should be front and center in every piece of public infrastructure. You know, it's not a big deal if I'm convenienced, but if someone who can't get around is inconvenienced, that's a huge deal for them, right? So, good job, city, on that. Shooter in Victoria Alley looking at Dundas Square, taken a year or two ago. Why is this? Lisa D, you're our composition expert. Is this good? What is this? It's a vertical shot. I guess the ground is good here. Everything's out of focus, I guess, by design. Oh no! My fantasy football team is losing. Looks like a baby hawk, says Yahia. Ontario's health card renewal system excludes people with disabilities, advocates say. Province looking at upgrading its system, but declined to comment on the record. That's not good, if true. Aggressive coyote. Another aggressive coyote spotted. Lower rent, fewer chores. Why grown-up dorm life might be the answer to Toronto's housing hungry millennials? Might be an interesting read. I'm not seeing a whole lot of interesting stuff. Union Station Kodak 35mm. You used a 35mm camera for something my phone could have done with the filter. Cool. Hello, Ellie and you. Crescent Art Design says coyotes are horrible. They're just animals trying to live. I wouldn't call any animal that's just doing what nature has programmed it to do horrible. Except for infestations. Emma would rather live in a house in the middle of nowhere in Alberta than in a modern dorm in Toronto. Well, imagine if you're a 20-something on a shoestring budget and you're looking for... You have no opportunity in Alberta, right? You're also going to have... In the middle of nowhere, you're going to have a miserable winter. You're going to have no social life. You're going to have... It takes like a different kind of person to want to live in that environment. I would take the dorm every single day of the week. So is the Eaton Center locked down? I think that's just a picture of people. There's sexual assault alert. Man wanted. Finch subway station. Okay, if anyone has seen this guy, definitely stay the F away and call the police. That is... There's reported 2 17-year-old girls were in the bus bay. They were approached from behind by a man. He sexually assaulted both. Ugh. He continued to pursue one of them as she fled outside to the bus platform seeking... Were there no one else there? Like, if I saw this happen, I would step in. I would like to think that there would be some other people that would do the same. A TTC employee came to assist. The man fled back into the station. He's described as a light complexion, 5'9" to 5'10", medium build. Anyways, yeah, if you see this dude, stay the F away and call for help. There we go. He looks like a creep. We shouldn't judge people based on their looks, but it's fair to say he does look like a creep, right? TTC's largest union losses, court bid to halt Toronto Transit. Yeah, so transit in Toronto is about to take a hit. they're hiring a whole lot of drivers and new employees because unvaccinated employees aren't welcome. I think they're all getting suspended without pay. I don't know what the solution to this is, but we are going to see reductions on numerous bus lines, and Line 2 is getting a service reduction, Subway Line 2. And they're going on a hiring spree, I think, of hiring new bus drivers. So could be a good opportunity if your dream job is to work for the TTC. But in the meantime, we're all going to have to, not all of us, but a lot of people are going to have to suffer with reduced service, which sucks. Setting up on Spadina. Oh, that's cool. Just a shot of daily life, like something you'd see in a magazine or something. 2 weeks after the guns... Okay, this is fucked up. Apparently, this guy was like a expert gunsmith, and he was basically murdered. And we don't really know anything else. But yeah. Hopefully he wasn't. Hopefully it was justified. Hopefully the truth will come out. But, I mean, why do we have no info on it? Factbox. Canadian financial firms gradually bring employees back to offices. There we go. Rose says, imagine giving up a cozy, secure job with a multitude of benefits just because of what you read on Facebook. Not only the benefits, but you get a really cushy pension job. Because you're unionized, you're always going to be one step ahead of inflation in terms of your salary. Yeah, why would you give that up? I don't know. Because of some stuff you read on Facebook. Protest on Yonge Street. Look how all distanced they are. Where on Yonge Street is this? I'm trying to think. Is this in North York? We have 2 lanes on this side, 3 lanes on this side, and a condo. Where in Yonge Street is this? I'm trying to picture what this is. Is this Yonge Boulevard? Who knows? It looks like North York to me because the sidewalk is super wide here. Who can identify where on Yonge Street this picture is? I'm assuming it would be downtown because it's a protest. Is this by the lake, actually? Oh, this is Harbor Street, right? This is Harbor Street, and this is Pinnacle 1. Robert O says, I believe that is Yonge and Davenport. No, this would be, this is the new skyscraper complex going in. And this would be Harbor Street because it is one way. You can see it's one way. And this would be north, and I know the sidewalk is really wide here. That was throwing me for a loop because it looks very, very much like North York, how Yonge Street is almost hostile to pedestrians because it's just basically a wide arterial. So there we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. I figured it out. I was also thinking, where the heck is there a diagonal crossing on Yonge? Especially a one-way. We got to the bottom of it. Protesting what? Are they protesting intersections that aren't 90 degrees? It's quite obtuse, isn't it? That's a cute theory. You may be right. I was angling for that response. Oh, these responses are cute. Puns are okay, but not to this degree. I am also a protractor of this joke. My views on this protest are skewed. Oh, how clever is it that we have that exact line of responses? That's awesome. You guys have a bent sense of humor. All right, Jeanette. Sorry, I missed your original goodnight, but I saw Vivian saying goodnight. You've not been feeling well. Been up since 4:30 a.m. Yes, go get some sleep, Jeanette. Go get some sleep. Doug Ford is spending billions on highways. He should look farther down the road. Further down the road or farther down the road? Further is used when discussing a more symbolic distance or to discuss a degree or extent. Yeah, farther is more like actual distance measured, right? So I think the Toronto Sun wanted to say further there. Is this the kind of problem we're solving to... I'm not a editor. Toronto Public Library wants to get rid of remaining late fees next year. Awesome. No one is weighing in on my further versus farther. The American Music Awards are on right now. Yeah, I mean, Sunday Night Football is on right now. There's sports. There's other sports on right now. I do this stream no matter what. We have 164 viewers. Where were you guys on Friday night? Late on Friday night when we were actually having some fun. Toronto Public Health. Okay, I don't know anything about that story. You're on a David Sedaris kick. Who's David Sedaris? Is an American humorist, comedian, author, and radio contributor. I have never heard of him before. And Bevy says she's feeling better now. Why were you in the ER? Is that was it serious? Was that a smaller city thing? If you don't, I mean, that's personal medical stuff. Don't disclose that, actually. But hopefully you're better. What is the latest Our Toronto post on bikes, Ro? Have I missed something? Ooh, that's a pretty neat shot. This looks like it's from the ice condos, right? It looks like the rooftop element of ice. I really like how Ripley's put those giant illuminated sharks on the ceiling. Chris Mills is more of a Gilbert Gottfried guy or something. You know, he was on an episode of Angry Video Game Nerd. One of my favorite YouTubers had Gilbert Godfrey on. Gilbert Gottfried, right? You wrote Gilbert Godfrey, isn't it? Yeah, it's Gottfried. And my favorite moment of him was when he was on Married with Children doing an impression of Jerry Seinfeld. That's got to be online, right? Gilbert Seinfeld impression Married with Children.
I can't stand this for 1 minute more.
Oh, come on, pal. It's a perfectly calm scene.
Not the sea pig. It's Gilbert Gottfried.
Hopefully I don't get busted for this.
So I'm on a cruise. My agent says to me, go on a cruise. You don't have to follow Sinbad. And you don't have to follow Carrot Top. And you get to eat with the captain. So, am I eating with the captain? Am I eating? Am I even on a cruise anymore? Somebody get my agent!
Ooh. Oh, Colette says that show was awesome. I love this show, but we know it couldn't exist in 2021, right? It just could not exist. Al, where's his Seinfeld impression? I think Jefferson might have been the best character ever.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Here we go.
Why do people ride buses? Who are these people? And where do they find exact change?
Michael says, great show back in the day. Yeah, I think the whole joke was Marcy was like a bigwig at the bank. And Jefferson would pretend to look for a job every day, but have no intentions on looking for it. And that impression was awesome, by the way. I still remember watching this episode from the living room of where we lived in Mississauga on like a little 20-inch tube TV and laughing as a kid watching it. Thankfully, my parents let me watch Married with Children because I had friends that weren't allowed to watch that show. It was so far ahead of its time that it wouldn't be allowed to exist in 2021. So it's my kind of show. Margate says Archie Bunker would be banned these days. That show would have been banned in the 90s, let alone these days. All in the Family. And even though my opinion on that kind of thing is we shouldn't be banning old material because it's sexist or it's racy, because at the time it was acceptable, so we should see that as more of a moment of, oh, this is the way things were back then. This was acceptable back then, right? We shouldn't be afraid to be exposed to older stuff because it's a learning moment, and these people were still brilliant at what they did, and their art should still be appreciated. It's just put on the lenses of this was the 1990s, right? Like, yeah, so I think cancel culture has gone too far trying to, what's that Christmas song that's banned, or they're trying to ban? It's Cold Outside, and it's a super creepy song, and I don't blame anyone for not wanting to play it because I don't know, maybe that one, maybe Baby It's Cold Outside, maybe that one, it's like a guy trying to lure a woman into his place for Christmas, and I think they rewrote new lyrics to it. But again, like, this was a song that was acceptable once upon a time, right? Like, let's not ban it, let's just put it in the museum and understand the context when we listen to it. Baby It's Cold Outside, Dean Martin. What about Al's shoe store? Oh, Al in the shoe store was something else. Tara Evans. Yeah, I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. I just don't think we should be canceling stuff that happened before. Actually, I think cancel culture is stupid. People should make their own judgments. If you don't support something, don't give them your money. Don't give it the time of day. Done, right? That's the way society should work. Of course, you know, if it's like a KKK rally, yeah, burn it down. Like, hate should not be tolerated, but stuff in the gray area we should support. Or not support, but we shouldn't just kill. Naughty never thought it was Vivian. Yeah, I think most people probably were like that. Vivian, most people were probably like that. They're trying to ban the police every breath you take because it's about stalking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not... Again, just put on the right lenses when you consume this stuff. It's fine. This is a touchy topic. I have to be careful what I say, but I'm not a very politically correct person. But man, I would love to see a modern Married with Children. Actually, I wouldn't. I'd be mortified to see it. It would be so sanitized. It would be awful. 97% of Toronto City staff now vaccinated. Blue hour over the railways. Man sentenced to 2 years in jail for a Toronto hit and run that killed 17-year-old. 2 years in jail? You're like a murderer and you're going to jail for 2 years? It's a hit and run. I think by default, if you perform a hit and run, you're a murderer. You're like, you didn't even, like, accident or not, you didn't stay and try to help them, right? And that's what you're obligated to do. So that's a disgusting embarrassment on the city right there. The fact that you left an accident that involved bodily injury makes you an enormous piece of shit who should be in jail for a very long time. Just my opinion, but 2 years, don't even need to know the story. All we know is you hit someone and you left. You deserve to be in jail for a lot longer than 2 years. Let's not get too ranty here. Sting said it's a creepy song and always thought it was horrifying to him and that people used it as their wedding song. Hey, Sting's entitled to his opinion. To him, he's right? People are entitled to their opinions. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other than we shouldn't be canceling stuff. Woman 69 charged in alleged romance scam that duped women out of millions. What? What a crafty bugger, eh? Toronto police have charged a 69-year-old woman in connection with an alleged scam that saw a number of women duped into sending what is believed to be millions of dollars to a person they believe to be of romantic interest. Millions of dollars. Millions. And targeting... Ugh. I don't know. Ontario to ramp up electric vehicle production, but no rebates on sales. Boo. Man arrested after a multi-vehicle crash that killed 2 people on part. Oh, was that a hit and run too? He killed a couple, right? He killed a senior couple, 71 and 69. Hopefully this guy goes into the slammer for a long time. I read that story. That was clearly his fault. Can the TTC be saved from pandemic devastation? All right, I think we've read enough news or enough Toronto events. Chris Mills says his life is over. Apparently not. Apparently not. I need to buy an office chair for homes, especially that supports my back. Where can I buy it? Go to Staples? Go to, was it Arthur Miller? What are those really expensive, those super expensive office chairs? They have a store in the Manulife Center, or at least they use Herman Miller. Yeah, go buy a Herman Miller. How much are Herman Miller? They're like at least $1,000 for like the basic one. Yeah, there we go. Herman Miller classic Aryan chair, fully adjustable, carpet caster, size B. 11, and that's probably like the most basic one, right? Although Amazon pricing on this kind of thing isn't always market rate, especially if something is in low stock. Amazon prices tend to go way up. You can get the Amazon Basics for $110. Herman Miller chair for $100. Aaron chair. I don't think that's a genuine Herman Miller for $100. Oh, is this just a part of the chair? What? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? This is not right. This is not at all right. $97. This little support here is $88. And the whole chair is $97? It's an armrest. This is, yeah, this is... I'm missing something here. Bevy's on the hunt for a small computer desk. I just use like an old dining table. It's plenty big. Look at this. I've got bikes in my house. There's a Walking Man dude shirt. My whole apartment is a mess. Because I can't... Because I can't go into my balcony. But pretty soon I'm going to be able to open my balcony door a whopping 4 inches. Thank you, building owners, for letting me do that. Colette says, is there... No, these... Let's see here. There's easy lumbar support for your... Oh, this is just the lumbar support. I'm thin and the feeling it's like... This might not even be a genuine replacement part. This lumbar pad just weeks after you buy it. Mine doesn't stay in place anymore. I have a lumber pad. Look how dusty this is. I have a lumber pad for my gaming chair, but I hate it. It kind of like jabs into your back at a really awkward angle. So, speaking of which, I do need a new chair. And I do like the gaming chairs. Deborah says, Johnny, don't you have a huge closet? You want to know something, Deborah? I have a huge closet, but my shoe rack is in the kitchen. That's how, like, they gave me a tiny little storage locker and told me I had to take all the stuff off the balcony. And obviously anything expensive, like a bike. I have a very expensive set of golf clubs, which I don't play, but I don't want to leave any of that stuff in the storage locker. So, like, under my bed is full, my closet is full, my kitchen is full. It's a nightmare. X-Rocket, we need a new gaming chair. See, all these ones that are like $149 are kind of just... These aren't even gaming chairs. These are just office chairs. Ooh, this one's got a footrest. Do you not have any good gaming chairs? Oh, it was Black Friday, right? How did I not even know about Black Friday? I completely missed it. But this place usually has gaming chairs. Ooh. Next Friday is Black Friday. This store is directly across the street from where I live. They will have... See, I don't like these logos. They look kind of kiddie-ish. Sorry, children. But it just looks kind of cheesy when you have all this, like, gamer stuff on it. Hey, this chair has a RGB remote control. I don't know. It's hard to consider a gaming chair when it looks like it's something for kids. Dragon War ergonomic racing chair, black. I do like the price. Look at that. Look at that. This chair does that, by the way. Goodbye. Take some Elf on the Shelf. Where is it? Where's my Elf on the Shelf? There it is. I can't even put it back on. Oops. Hey, they have 3 in stock at Midtown. I'm suspicious of the price because it's kind of cheap, but I actually don't mind the way it looks. It doesn't look that tacky. But it's definitely too cheap to be good, if that makes sense. $2.99 MSI. Oh no, why do you put this? That's not terrible, but I don't want, like, true gaming to be, like, right here. Just give me Corsair. Corsair is a serious company. See, this is classy. I like this. This is a classy chair. Corsair is a great company, too. 1 in stock online. Boo. I can. This is like their house brand. Oh, look at it. These are RGB lights. Like, Johnny is looking at gaming chairs. This is what we're doing tonight. Corsair Race ICANN Premium Series gaming chair. Ooh, that one looks like it could have potential. Well, it looks like we're almost out of chairs. I want to look at this one. I want to look at this one. That one looks not bad. 1 in stock in Midtown. You know what's going to happen tomorrow, guys? I'm going to go buy a gaming chair, and I'm not going to get any work done. Ooh. Look at this one. Corsair T3 Rush. 3 in stock at How do I say this? Cockleton? In BC. If I go to BC, I can buy that chair in stock. They have this one in Midtown. Ugh, Amazon chairs. Why am I looking there again? This is honestly a way better selection than Amazon. And this is a huge store, and it's right across the street from where I live, pretty much. Fabric. No, I want faux leather. Okay, that's enough. Can you team up with Ricky Berwick? Who is Ricky Berwick? The Ottawa Wanderer says, well, I have to get a new chair now. Geez. Gaming chairs are not for everyone. It's definitely an acquired taste. Since I've started making these videos with recording, I've kind of developed a bit of a bad posture because I'm always kind of... The camera's in front of me and the screen is so small, I'm always kind of like hovering over it. So having a chair that I can like sit upright at when I work and support my neck is a godsend. So I just really, really like gaming chairs, but there's also people that hate them.
A real vacation.
This guy's in Kitchener? Oh, I have never even seen or heard of this channel. You're Not So Normal Video Entertainer. We're gonna creep this guy out. Holy shit. This guy averages 1.4 million views a day. And I've never even heard of him, and he's in Kitchener. He averages 2,000 subscribers a day. He recently he had a video pop. Yeah, this guy's not going to give me the time of day. If I messaged him like, hey, do you want to go for a walk on my video? He'd be like, you and the 10,000 other small YouTubers who message me. I'm going to leave this. Let's write his name down. I'm going to check this channel out. Ricky. My whiteboard's almost full. I also have Rushholm and Dixon written down. See? This is helping me remember. Yeah, he's pretty big on YouTube and Twitter. Twitter! No! Twitter's a cesspool. He's got Twitter. He's got Insta. He's got TikTok. He's got Discord. What is this? Oh, and he's got merch. Merch.rickyberwick.com. Retard Station? I thought even millennials shouldn't be saying this word anymore. It's more of a shirt you wear inside out. Sorry for saying that word, guys. I literally just read it off. All right. I dig the non-political correctness, but still, that's not a piece of merch I would ever have. I'm a real t-shirt. Do you want this cheesy t-shirt? Have you had a... What? Who? Yeah, exactly, JD. Who is going to wear that? Who's going to wear this stuff? Like, I clicked on his merch link expecting to, like... Rose says he's handicapped. He rides on a wheelchair scooter. Okay, I mean... I don't know if that makes this okay. Does it? I don't know. That's a legitimate question. I don't want to have that debate here. But I see this word and something tells me, unless you're with your absolute closest circle of friends and it will never get repeated out, you do not use that word. It's that category of word. And even then, you tread very carefully with it. And you probably shouldn't ever say it, right? So I don't know. That's a word that has dropped out of a lot of our vocabularies, right? Oh, he's got more t-shirts here. Maybe he's just his audience is probably 16-year-olds. Like, that's even worse, because those... So he can wear it and nobody else. Okay, we're gonna get off of this guy. But you know what? I'm still gonna check out his channel. I'm sure he could give you a rational explanation for why his merch is the way it is. But yeah, don't buy me that merch. If you buy me that merch, I wouldn't even feel good putting that in the donation bin. I'd probably cut it up and use it as rags, so it's not bad for the environment. Oh well. His humor is, but yeah, that's cool, Ro. I get it, but that doesn't mean I want to wear that merch. Like, when would you wear it? Who would you show that to? Like, if you wore that out on the subway, people are going to be taking your picture and putting that on Insta. Like, I can't believe what I am seeing right now, right? Even, I mean, it's just going to get taken out of context. But hey, I mean, good for him on his massive success on YouTube. That is like 1,188,000,000 views. Wow. He's got to be one of the biggest Canadian YouTubers, period. He's 107th in Canada. You don't want to know where I am. I'm in the thousands somewhere. Don't be like Ricky, kids. Don't use that word. Okay. Does anyone have any other YouTube channels to check out? Since we just went into a very weird space with this particular guy. Where's Perry says Disney merch is better. Oh, I don't know about that. Where's Perry? I don't know about that. Okay, I just lost my fantasy football this week. That's good. That's good. Guilo 60. I know what the word guilo means, so I'm probably going to take a pass on that. CPT Canada, but only does flight simulations. Yeah, I don't know. I think gaming YouTube is like the most... I don't know. I like videos about retro gaming and about the history of gaming and gaming stories, but watching people make gaming videos is just not something I'd ever be interested in. JD says Watchers Club is pretty cool. Oh, yeah, so look at the world beyond the world, finding my friends in the world. They've basically got these videos live. Look at all the live streams they have. These are just pre-recorded videos on loops that are playing live. It's kind of genius, actually, because I think if you click one, you're going to get an ad, right? Oh, no ad. There we go. So yeah, this channel has almost found a cheat code. The Martells, do you still have merch? No, I haven't done merch yet. I spent my whole day. One of the things I made today, because I'm making... You know how I have... Where is it? Where is it? Subscribe buttons. When you watch my videos, this pops up, right? Every video. And that's kind of generic and blah, and everybody has that, or similar things to that. So I made one for myself today, and I hated it. So we're not using that. But I also made... Where is it? Where did I put it? Social logos? No. I made this. Oh, that's not even playing. That's good. So I made that, and I was thinking that maybe in like the corner of my video sometimes that'll pop up. That's just a green screen. You eliminate that with chroma effect. It's pretty... For video, when you do something that is transparent, you typically do it like that. So I don't know. That took me like an hour to make. Isn't that cool? 1 hour of that. Yes, I'm a genius, and I still don't know if I like it. All right, Lisa, go to bed. Have a good night. Deborah says, go Leafs, go. Rest in peace, my fantasy team this week. Yes. Yes, to Hawaii. Oh, yes to Hawaii.
In this video, we're going to check out the...
Oh, this is like a travel vlog. That's neat. I just used a Power Director. Actually, no, for that one I used DaVinci Resolve, Ian. The chroma green screen removal is not that good in Power Director. It leaves a lot of fringing. It's pretty simple to do that stuff. I just used a little text effect. I downloaded the logo, a transparent PNG of the logo. I made a few different versions of it, actually. I originally made them like this. I have this logo, and then I have this logo. Fat Bike Club is one of the top Canadian YouTube channels. Damn, DaVinci Resolve eats a lot of memory on your Mac. You had to delete. If you don't have like a pretty new computer, it's gonna do that. Which, by the way, I now feel like I have a brand new computer. This thing is suddenly the love of my life. I've been doing all my premieres on my laptop, actually. You can see that I actually can't see the preview. But you can see I'm now rocking Windows 10. Look at that snazzy, sexy taskbar on the bottom. Or Windows 11. If I don't know, upgrading, I know Windows 11 has taken a lot of flack and people have shat all over it, but I actually love it. It is so fast and snappy. And it's just, there are some things that I think they're going to have to fix, but Rose says, is Windows 11 worth it? Put it this way. I'm keeping Windows 11 on the laptop and Windows 10 on the desktop. I have not yet tested the battery life, which is a big concern because whenever you upgrade an operating system, it's never as good as if you do a fresh install, like completely format. You might have some performance issues. You might have some old cobwebs from the old operating system. You certainly have a lot of useless files hanging around because it can't clean everything up. But so far, it's been good. We're rocking 199% battery right now. There are some weird things, like that's the start menu now. Like, there are some changes. I had to download a new BIOS update, but yeah, I absolutely love this thing so much more now. Maybe just because it feels new and it feels fresh. When is Johnny going to upgrade to Windows 11? I just did. Chris Mills, this one came with Pro on it. Michelle says, welcome to Windows 11. Yes, if you didn't know, you can force your device to upgrade to Windows 11. If it's eligible, you might have to download a BIOS update, like I had to for my laptop. Aaron Stoner, YouTube is about investigating people who were missing. Specific Stephen Kecker from Las Vegas, Nevada says Paranormal Witness Girl. Aaron Stoner. Who is Aaron Stoner? Case update. The missing link. So he's kind of going down rabbit holes. That's neat. Check out Mentor House and TED. You know what? There is one channel. Michelle Briggs says you should get Windows 11. Yeah. But there's also the whole thing where if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, Windows 10, for all its faults, is really, really good. Like, it's so much better than Windows 8. So, I'm not going to be the one to tell you to upgrade, but I certainly don't regret putting it on my laptop. I love it. I know someone who has a brand new Mac Pro, one of the really expensive ones with the M1 chip, and I feel like my little baby is a little faster. Nowhere near as good on battery life, but it's got a touch screen. And it doesn't have a notch in the screen, so. The Mentor House. Changing the world one video at a time. Oh, this looks like a TED Talks kind of thing, maybe. I'll tell you a channel that's excellent that I have been watching. Let's type this. This channel here is an A+ channel. He's done, it's kind of new and it's just starting to explode. But TikTok is worse than you thought. The evil economics of OnlyFans. 13, Deborah. The tragic tale of Reddit. The radical overhaul of Russell Brand. I haven't watched this one yet. Tinder is worse than you thought. I watched that after I watched the James Bond movie last night. China's evil plan for world domination. Why I hate Elon Musk. Like, it's really thought-provoking stuff, but it's really, really high quality. It's just edited so well. The moment porn destroyed men. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, attacks on that sort of thing, but which I don't fully agree with. Why men are weaker than ever. I haven't watched the oldest batch of videos. I've watched this whole top row, except for Russell Brand. So starting here from Reddit, the last 4 I haven't watched. But this is a great channel. James Bond movie, any good? Classic James Bond. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Are they going to... who's the next James Bond? Is it Henry Cavill? Is it the... I'll tell you who I think the next James Bond should be. I know there was a lot of talk of, like, having a woman as James Bond, and they even set that up in the plot. They talked about all kinds of actors, but I'm going to throw a person out there. I think this guy should be the next James Bond. He might be too famous for the role because some of the stuff he's been. They like to go with kind of like Daniel Craig wasn't that well known. But he's got the British accent. Sorry, Henry Cavill. He's got like the stature. Like he's certainly got more presence than Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig was kind of a tiny James Bond. And they've been wanting to go outside of the stereotypical James Bond, which they kind of did with Daniel Craig because he wasn't 6 feet, right? They've all been over 6 feet. He was the first short Daniel or James Bond ever. But I think this is a good match. I think this is a good fit. And I'm not even saying that because he's not a white dude. I just think he would be an excellent, excellent fit. He just kind of has that persona, an air of confidence that I think would suit the character very well. So, yeah, I don't think we should be doing affirmative action to Hollywood roles like James Bond. We should just be putting people that are good in the roles, and that should work out, which unfortunately isn't always the case. But this guy should be the next James Bond, in my opinion. I think he would be awesome for it. Actually, who's the next James Bond? 18 actors who could replace Daniel Craig. Tom Hardy. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I have seen this guy before. He would be... Yeah, he was in The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, that's a very, very good pick for James Bond. Henry Cavill, you're too American, bro. Come on, we want that... Yeah, Sean Connery was Scottish, but it's better when they have a British accent. Idris Elba. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. He is British too, right? I'm pretty sure he's British. Reggae John Page. I'm not familiar with him at all. Sorry, I can't comment. You know what? She was excellent. What I would do is give her her own series. Why make her live in the shadow of James Bond? She could carry a franchise. Are you listening, DC? Are you listening, Marvel? Maybe James Bond universe just gives her a way bigger role, but I really enjoyed her work in the new James Bond movie. But her name isn't James. But yeah, excellent actress. Ooh, there's an interesting choice. He's from A Quiet Place. I never would have suspected that. I'm not familiar with this guy. Richard Madden. I'm not super familiar with him. He's from Marvel movies, right? Dev Patel. The mere thought of having a Bond born in the 90s may turn some of us to dust, but Dev Patel would fit the character like a glove. His age counts in his favor, but it's... Yeah, we kind of like watching James Bonds get old and grizzled as they go, right? So he's kind of young. He would have to be with us for a long time. Tom Hiddleston may lack the physical presence of Daniel Craig or Sean Connery, but you only need to look at it. I don't know who this guy is. James Norton, I don't know who you... But you know what? They tend to go with people that aren't super well known, right? So it's probably going to be one of these no-name actors. Henry Golding! I heard someone suggest him a very long time ago, and that thought kind of stuck in my head. So yeah, there is my candidate for James Bond. I just think he has the it factor. Jamie Bell. This guy looks more like a James Bourne supremacy kind of actor. From Billy Elliot to James Bond, not too much of a stretch to suggest Jamie Bell could take on the role. John Boyega. See, yeah, he was from Star Wars. I'm not familiar enough with these guys to comment. I recognize a lot of the names, but... Whoa, this guy, you gotta shave, buddy. Get a haircut. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay, this is a terrible, terrible James Bond. I don't even think they would have Dwayne Johnson in James Bond as a villain, right? Because it would almost be like a spoof, like they're mocking it. I could see The Rock in like a Mission Impossible, maybe. Which, by the way, as weird as Tom Cruise is as a human being, I enjoy Mission Impossible movies more than James Bond movies. Maybe I'm weird. I just find they do the whole absurd action thing a little better. And maybe that's why it's such a big, successful series. But yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as James Bond? You have no chance. I will eat my hoodie on a live stream if James Bond is portrayed in an official capacity by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. How about Ewan McGregor? I don't know. Again, I'm talking about something I'm completely not qualified to talk about. Nor am I... I've seen every Bond movie, but I haven't seen any single Bond movie 3 times or more. The most I've ever seen a Bond movie is twice. I did watch the... was it Octopussy? And that came out... What's the unofficial Bond movie? That came out at the same time as Octopussy, right? Never Say Never Again. That came out in 1983. So 2 Bond movies came out in 1983. Octopussy came out in 83. At the same time as Never Say Never Again. They were 2 Bond movies by rival film studios, and they couldn't use James Bond in the title, but they had, or they couldn't use all the trademarks, but they had the rights to the story. So because they had the rights to a James Bond story, I think it had something to do with Ian Fleming, and they got Sean Connery, who was the ousted James Bond, to play it. So we got 2 Bond movies in 1983, and I was alive for that. Watch now for $3.99. There's got to be better, cheaper ways. Octopussy only got 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. I watched it so long ago, I don't really remember. What did Never Say Never Again get in Rotten Tomatoes? So the unofficial fake James Bond movie got 70%, and the much more commercially successful James Bond movie, this was a Roger Moore, right? Got 43%. It went Roger Moore, then Pierce, and then, then we went into the modern era. Never Say Never Again was just a Thunderball remake, says Emma. Well, it was the same story, right? But hey, the Bond actor that's chosen will have to be a box office hit. It's all about the money. That's probably very true. Why are we talking? Oh yeah, because I watched James Bond last night. I'm like, why are we talking about James Bond? Yeah, I try to hide my taskbar, so whenever I bring the mouse low, it pops up. Mike T has never seen a Bond movie. You'll take Jason Bourne. The Bourne movies were good until they did that one filmed in Seoul that was actually filmed in the neighborhood where I lived, and it was when, I think it was the Bourne Supremacy, it was when the Bourne movies jumped the shark. As much as I liked seeing that as a background, that series just kind of went into the garbage can for me when that happened. Again, I'm talking about shit I'm not remotely qualified to talk about. Emma, it was definitely too long. But they've hit the reset button, right? I'm not going to give a spoiler to the end of the movie, but they clearly hit the reset button. And Russell Wilson continues to beat my fantasy team. Damn it, if only I started Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'd be winning. And that's annoying. Is that the one with Jeremy Renner? It was. Teratopia says Roger Moore was the best Bond. What if Ryan Rides was Bond? Would he be the best Bond? How is Ryan lately? I've not been in the Toronto YouTuber circles for a while. Where's his videos at? Teratopia. Ryan's excellent. Hasn't done a video in 3 weeks. I've been getting ads for the new Apollo Phantom. Apparently there's a Rev 2 coming out. And I'm kind of getting tempted. I just don't like the flat tire ability that a lot of these newer scooters have. Ryan has been under... Oh, sorry to hear. Hopefully... Oh, look at this cute couple. Internet couple. Well, you're not an internet couple, but you're a couple on the internet because you're on this channel, right? Of the year. Ryan Rides, Tara. What a cute couple. I have met them, but I don't think I've met them together. Have I ever met you guys together in the same place? I met Tara when she was hanging out on the window of her car when she drove by. And I must have met Ryan like 7 or 8 times on separate things. Time lapse is high. You went to see Bombshell without having to for it on Prime. Chillaxing and cruising. Let me see one thing here. What the hell? Why is that? Do you know that this video has been flagged as not advertiser friendly? This video right now that I am broadcasting to you has been reported as restricted ad suitability. So I just appealed that claim. So people, I think someone has reported it. I don't know. Once that'll get fixed very soon. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal, but it's just weird that it happened. It's not like I've been swearing excessively. And even if I have, you're allowed to say the basic bad words on YouTube. Maybe it's because I read the R word off that t-shirt. That might be it. That seems like an unspeakable word. I just read it off of a merch site. It was one of those things where I started reading it, and by the time I realized what I was saying, I had already said it. So maybe that's where that came from. In which case, fair play, YouTube. Fair play. That makes sense. No, it's good. I said a bad word. Like one of the unspeakable bad words. I read it off a merch site. So I'm going to appeal it, but it is what it is. I shouldn't have read it. Yeah, it's weird. They can actually sense. It used to be if you dropped an F word or SHIT within the first 2 minutes of a video, that was going to get you in trouble and you wouldn't be deemed advertiser friendly.
I sent phone text about James Bond.
Clayton Crawford! $2. I sent a message about James... Well, phone text. I haven't given the number out. But what? Oh, I got an email here. Okay, guys. The one, the only Clayton Crawford is seriously recommending from Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage as supervillain actor Hervé Villechaize from the movie Man with the Golden Gun. Sincerely, Clayton Crawford. There we go. Thank you, Clayton, and I hope your new job is going well. I understand you've started a new journey, and thank you for your always hilarious comments. And there we go. Peter Dinklage as supervillain Hervé Villechaize comes highly recommended from the one, the only Clayton Crawford. Thank you. And you confirmed that the text-to-speech is working. Do. Good night, Miriam. Oh, well, this was a stream about Bond. So, I'm on the fence tomorrow. Maybe we should do a poll. And I might ignore this, but let's find out. Okay, I have sent a poll. I don't know what I should do tomorrow because normally I've had 2 or 3 videos in advance made. And because I was excessively lazy this weekend, I only have 1. So what should I do tomorrow morning? And this morning I was planning on sleeping in. But I was actually up at like 8:55, so I decided to do a premiere. Luke says just aimlessly live stream more often. Live stream's more of a 2 or 3 times a week thing right now. Emma says do a North York walk. Well, that might be the one that I already have. But sometimes when I get behind on videos, what I'll do is I'll do a morning live stream instead, and that'll kind of catch me up because then I won't release a regular video that day. And I think today's video, despite being from a not well-known area, is doing all right. Yeah, it says 3.3K, but it's actually... How many views does it actually have? This is always way off. Renew. It's actually at 3.8K. So it's not a huge amount of views for the first day, but it's good. Some of my views have been down, right? Typically these would be at like 5,000 to 6,000. This one's, well, that's a scooter ride. This one's only at 4. Yesterday's video is kind of normal. 6.8, 5.4, 6.5.2, 8.7. Yeah, we are downage on the views. This one's at 21K. People like the word hell in the title. I should just put hell in every title, right? A walk in Yorkville Village. I know you've done this before, but I just love the place. Yeah, I've kind of done Yorkville to death. Maybe that's, to me, that's more of a do it when things are going on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. Go to Pickering and find Dylan and say hi. That would be awesome. Lisa says, well, it seems the LRT in Ottawa had a new problem. We can go to Reddit Ottawa and see what's going on. Your short videos of idiots in cars are great. Those go on this channel. Someone threw a rock off the Rideau Center, hitting a woman in the head. Ottawa has some... That is very, very sad. Hopefully that woman is okay, and hopefully that person goes to a special place and gets the help they need. Good quality goat meat. Wow, this Ottawa subreddit is kind of interesting. A bad week for transit in Canada. This is OC Transpo. Oh. Look who it is.
Hey everyone.
It's RM Transit. I just clicked a link to an RM Transit video. Yes, go check this channel out. I collabed with him on Wednesday, and the video went up on Saturday. Michael K was at the Rideau Center. Notice I say Rideau Center. I got scorned for saying Rideau. Dude, don't you know French? It's not Rideau, man. It's Rideau. Sorry. I just did my best reading the word the way I thought it would be sounded. That's all. Yeah, but that is horrid, Deborah. That is horrid. Oh, we're at 1 hour. And thank you again, Clayton, for your super and for your feedback there. How are we looking? Oh, man. 50% of people says I should live stream tomorrow. 19% want to watch a premiere. And 31% want to sleep in and then wash their hair with a quality 2-in-1 shampoo. As I scratch my eyelid. I'm kind of leaning towards doing a live stream tomorrow. What's the weather going to be like? Monday morning. -6. 3? -1? Colette, I'm thinking that already. Wow. I've got for residential, I'm gonna do Bridal Path probably next week, and maybe in December, once there's more Christmas lights up and people have decorated their homes, I think that'll be a good time to do Christmas walks. Man, -3. I'm going to be wearing the fancy new coat tomorrow. Monday evening, a few flurries. No, I want a snowfall. No one wants to see flurries. That doesn't make an interesting video. Flurries. Wow, little things that blow around and get stuck to the camera lens. We want rain or snow. Terratopia, you were not at the Christmas market today in Distillery. You were at the Winter Village today. We learned earlier on the stream, I found out that they changed the name to Winter Village, and it only operates Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Whereas before, the Christmas market was Tuesday through Sunday, and I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was free, and Friday was free in the afternoon, and then late afternoon you would have to pay for it. Now it's just Friday to Sunday, and it's a paid thing. Whatever, still the same shit. This says Tara. I also made the comment that people are still going to call it the Christmas market. So, great minds think alike on that. So, you know what? I was hoping to play some games at the end of the stream, but I'm not in ultra low latency work. Where's your older winter? Where's Perry? I have tons of older winter jackets. I'm actually gonna go through them very soon, and I'll probably... I've got one, like an expensive, really expensive pea coat that like an ex bought me that I wore once. It was like $800-900. I'm probably gonna sell that. I could probably get a few $100 for it. The other winter coats I'm gonna donate. I probably should have done it already. Rose says, I hope Alstom can figure out the LRV issues. They ordered a bunch of the Alstom LRTs' backups for line 5, right? Just in case. And now we're having issues with the Finch line. And Alstom is now basically in charge of Bombardier. Terratopia says, why give up being a kept man? It's not all about that, hence living in the cramped bachelor apartment. But I think we're going to call it a stream, guys. It's 10. I'm going to probably want to go to bed. Not too late, because I had some very late nights. And tomorrow morning, either look for a premiere or look for a live stream. I might take the day off as far as posting regular videos and just post a live stream. I do try to post... I have a rule where every single day I try to make 2 pieces of content. So either 2 walking videos, a walking video and a live stream, or two live streams, a strides and a stumbles, or at the very least a stumbles video and a strides video. That's just kind of a rule I have to make sure that I have enough content going to keep YouTube happy and just to keep the snowball rolling and building. So since today I only did this today. Yikes. I'm going to probably try to do a whole lot tomorrow. So maybe we'll get an early start. So on that note, as I look over at the Pittsburgh Steelers for losing by 7, I'm going to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you to our mods for showing up. Thank you to Clayton for the super chat. Happy birthday, Marie Palmer, if you're still here. Happy birthday, Marie Palmer. And mods, I got to send you guys something. I'm going to try to... Maybe I'll do that tonight. If not, I'll do that tomorrow. I have some announcements, by the way. Since you're here, if you're still watching, one thing I'm going to do that it's an idea I got from Reese. Here's an announcement. Here we go. I already said goodbye. People already clicked off the stream. I'm going to be opening up a virtual P.O. box. So if people want to send me shit and I can open it on the stream, we're going to be able to do that. Just it might be fun. I don't know. People might get a kick out of seeing something they sent get opened up on stream. Don't send anthrax. Just that's the only rule. Don't send anthrax. But what I'll do is just to make sure I don't get in trouble by like pulling out some picture of a lewd sex act or something. I'll open the package, I'll look in to see what it is, and then I'll verify it. And I've had a number of people ask me, like, what's your address? I want to send you stuff. And I am not giving out any personal contact info. I'm sorry. But I will be doing a P.O. box. Just to, like, Action Kid has one. RM Transit has one. A lot of YouTubers seem to have them. So I think that might be a fun thing to do. And I had one more thing to announce, but I am forgetting. The Martels wants a Johnny Strides coffee mug. Yes, merch. It took me all day to build little graphics that I'm not going to use. But on that note, guys, thank you for watching. And I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.